Hey everyone, and welcome to another GTA Online video here on the channel. Now, as you guys know, Rockstar nerfed the jet cannons of the Lazer and Hydra in the San Andreas Mercenaries DLC. Both the damage and rate of fire were lowered pretty substantially. While the way they nerfed them is in free mode only, meaning in death matches, contact missions, etc., the jets will still have the original OP cannon. However, as I expected would happen, people found a way to get the old jet cannons back into free mode because they weren't nerfed across the board in every single mode. You see, Rockstar had a slight oversight when programming the nerf into the game. How it works is the game checks what kind of lobby you're in, and if you're in free mode, it applies the nerf. If not, then it keeps the standard cannons from before. I could show the actual code behind it, but I don't really think that's necessary. Just in layman's terms, that's how it works. No need to overcomplicate things. What they forgot about, though, is the on-call feature, because if you go on call and get into a job lobby while on call, then the game will assume that you're in a job, so it applies the old jet cannons, but you're technically still in free mode. So if you were to search for an unpopular job like a parachuting or a capture, you're most likely not going to find a match of that because no one plays them anymore, so you can just sit there as an on-call host and have the unnerfed cannons again, completely undoing what Rockstar did with the nerf. Now, I've been aware of this trick for a couple of months now when Tez told me about it initially, and I wasn't originally going to make a video about it because at the time it wasn't very known and I didn't really want to make it known, thinking maybe a patch could come out before that happened. But now, 2 months after the fact, it's become a whole lot more common. I get comments about it on my videos a lot and on my streams. And I'm sure many of you also have seen it used in public lobbies by jet tryhards, and perhaps if you aren't even aware of this little exploit, I wouldn't call it a glitch because the code is working as intended, it just doesn't cover all of the bases. But if you've had this used on you after the update and thought to yourself, I thought they nerfed the jet cannons in the last update. They did nerf them, it's just they're using this exploit to get around it. So hopefully this video can provide some insight on that. It also wouldn't be that bad if it was just the on-call method, because eventually you do get warped into the job, even if it's an unpopular one that you're searching for. And so if someone was abusing this, trying to grief with it, eventually they would get sucked into the job at some point, which would be a hassle for them because they get taken out of the lobby. Or they would have to keep canceling the on-call to search for another one once they do get into a populated lobby to not get sucked into the job. However, there's now a way to keep it forever by just joining a friend in another aim preference lobby and declining the notification while doing the on-call method. So that takes away any sort of hassle for the jet user with this, allowing them to use the cannons forever in that lobby as long as they stay in there, which makes it much, much worse. And unfortunately, from what I've been told, this seems to not be fixable via background script updates, and it requires a whole new client patch to fix it. So I guess we're going to have to deal with this until December at the latest, because that's typically when the next DLC and therefore patch would come out. Maybe they'll put out a bug fix update earlier than that because there are some things they could fix, especially with the Raiju jet, but that's wishful thinking. So just be careful in public lobbies now, be aware of this happening. If you've been selling in public lobbies now, the jets are hard to grief with the nerfed cannons, you might want to cut back on that until it gets fixed because there will be people abusing this, trust me. Well, that's going to wrap up this video. Once again, be on the lookout. If you see any thermal jet users, they will most likely be rocking this trick. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, feel free to leave a like as well as subscribe to my channel for more GTA Online content. I want to give a huge shout out to all my channel members for your support. If you'd like to become a member for some exclusive perks, you can either use the join button or the link that's down in the description. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day.